light touches the coffee spoon, half awake in the empty room. Every shadow feels so kind when I've made peace with what's behind. Dreams sit quiet on the chair, love's old ghosts are everywhere, but they don't hurt the way they did. They just remind me how to live. I watch the city slow its heart and call that mercy, not the dark. Midnight window light soft and clear, showing me the way to hear. I don't need to close my eyes to know that something good survives. If the night stays long, I'll be fine. I found a peace that once was mine. Midnight window light still shines. Old records hum a crackle tone, songs we sang when we were alone. Every lyric feels brand new as time adds grace to what was true. Curtains move in steady breath, like a chest that's learned to rest. I sip the quiet, slow and deep, and thank the room for helping me keep. I used to fear this empty place, now it's a friend, a soft embrace. Midnight window light soft and clear, showing me the way to hear. I don't need to close my eyes to know that something good survives. If the night stays long, I'll be fine. I found a peace that once was mine. Midnight window light still shines. Some nights heal without a sound, some answers wait to be found. If tomorrow asks me who I am, I'll say someone who understands that even after love is gone, there's light enough to carry on. I don't need to fill this space, the moon already paints its grace. Midnight window light guide me home, every shadow's something known. Everything I've lost still glows in the silver soft below. If the world turns slow tonight, I'll sit within your gentle light. Midnight window light, my soul tonight. Midnight light, always. Raindrops gather on the sill. Time moves gently, almost still. Every echo in the gray tells me I'm gonna be okay. Streetlight reflections in the stream look like fragments of a dream. Every tear I let remain becomes an echo through the rain. I'm not afraid to fade a bit. The quiet's where the healing sits. Echoes through the rain, so clear. Carry everything I hold dear. Every drop knows who I am. Washes me to start again. If the storm still calls my name, I'll walk right through without the blame. Listening for love again. Through the echoes in the rain. Umbrella open, I move slow, letting memories overflow. City breathes beneath the clouds, soft forgiveness in the sound. You taught me that the heart won't break, it only learns from what we make. Smiling up at skies that change, hearing your voice in the rain. I don't need to dry it all. Some tears are how the flowers fall. Echoes through the rain, so clear. Carry everything I hold dear. Every drop knows who I am. Washes me to start again. If the storm still calls my name, I'll walk right through without the blame. Listening for love again. Through the echoes in the rain. Silver lines on window glass mark the moments as they pass. Every goodbye, every pain softens as it leaves its stain. If tomorrow finds me new, I'll still remember loving you. Not as lost, but as the start of rain that nourished my own heart. Echoes through the rain, alive, proving broken dreams survive. Everything we were remains in soft refrains and window panes. If the future feels the same, I'll smile and whisper your name, knowing love will fall again. Through the echoes in the rain. And echoes. And echoes. The streets are still from yesterday, raindrops drying where they lay. Windows open just a crack, letting all the light come back. Coffee steam and satin air, echoes soft of your last care. Every sound a second chance, every breath a slow romance. The thunder's gone, the heart remains, learning how to heal from rain. Morning after the storm, everything is quiet, warm. I don't need the sky to shine to know this peace is truly mine. Raindrops spark where sunlight clings, hope in ordinary things. Morning after the storm, footprints fade along the road, leading to the life we owe. Some were loved and some were wrong, both belong within this song. Your shadow rests between the trees, moving soft in memory's breeze. But I don't chase it like before, just wave and walk beyond the door. Yesterday was loud and bright, now I live in gentle light. Morning after the storm, everything is quiet, warm. I don't need the sky to shine to know this peace is truly mine. Raindrops spark where sunlight clings, hope in ordinary things. Morning after the storm. Some storms teach instead of break, some hearts learn how much to take. The air smells fresh, the ground is clear, and I'm still standing here. If tomorrow asked what I became, I'll say I found myself in rain. Didn't run or hide away, just waited for the light to stay. Morning after the storm, every heartbeat newly formed. I don't need an endless blue to feel renewed by losing you. Every drop became a song, teaching me where I belong. Morning after the storm. After the storm, I'm home. After the storm, I'm home. There's stillness in the air tonight, between the stars and city light. Moments hang like paper lanterns high, waiting for the moon to rise. I breathe and hear the world exhale, every worry soft and pale. Time slows down to let me see how gentle life can learn to be. The quiet doesn't ask me why, it just holds me where I lie. There's a stillness in the air, telling me that you're still there. Not in body, not in sound, but in the peace that I found. Every heartbreak, every tear led me home to feeling clear. There's a stillness in the air. Streetlights direction knows your name. Every puddle holds the skies, and every truth I used to hide. I walk slowly, footsteps blend with memories that start to mend. Each one falls but none complain. Love like mine still remains. Silence is enough to speak when I find the strength I see. There's a stillness in the air, telling me that you're still there. Not in body, not in sound, but in the peace that I found. Every heartbreak, every tear led me home to feeling clear. There's a stillness in the air. Some songs end without a word, some goodbyes are barely heard, but the quiet always stays to teach me tender, better ways. If tomorrow asks me what I've learned, I'll say how peace was slowly earned. Through every pause, through every pain, I found myself in you. There's a stillness in the air. Everywhere I see you there. Not in faces passing by, but in the calm beneath the sky. Every moment, every breath brings me closer to what's left. There's a stillness in the in the air. There's a quiet light in my room tonight, only lamp and city sky. Shadows stretching over framed up days, versions of you and I don't replay every word we said like I used to do before. I let the echoes find their place and don't ask them for more. I'm not trying to fix the past, just learning how to breathe at last. In this quiet light in my room, I feel the hurt begin to bloom into something soft and almost kind. Not a weight on my mind. I can miss you, I can't heal without you back. In this quiet light in my room, I finally don't feel like there's a sweater hanging on the chair. I could throw it all away, but some small part of me still smiles at how we filled the days. I'm not pretending we were perfect, we were clumsy, we were young, but every stumble taught me more than all the songs I've sung. I'm not reaching out tonight, I'm just sitting with the light. In this quiet light in my room, I feel the hurt begin to bloom into something Some goodbyes don't close the door, they just leave it slightly wide, so the air can change inside you while the world keeps turning by. If tomorrow asks me who I am, I'll say I'm someone who can stand in the middle of an empty space and still feel held in grace. I don't need you here to prove that my heart remembers how to move. In this quiet light in my room, I plant hope and let it bloom. Every tear that hit the floor doesn't scare me anymore. I can miss you without breaking, I can love you, let you go. In this quiet light in my room, I'm not afraid to grow. If the night stays just a little longer, I'll be here until I'm stronger. In this quiet light in my room, I'm finally coming home. I watch the colors climb the wall, from gray to gold along the hall. The night was heavy on my chest, but somehow I can finally rest. Your name still sits behind my teeth. Not every wound is underneath. Some of them just turn to air when daylight says it's safe to care. I thought I'd break without your hands, but here I am, I simply stand. This is the way the morning heals, softly turning what I feel into something I can't hold, that doesn't hurt the way it did before. I can love you, let you be part of who to be. This is the way the morning feels. The chair you loved is by the glass. I let the minutes gently pass. I used to fill them with your voice. Now I let silence make a choice to sit with all we couldn't fix and not treat love like politics. No winners here, no losing side, just two hearts learning when to hide. I don't need reasons to forgive, I just need room enough to live. This is the way the morning heals, softly turning what I feel into something I can't hold, that doesn't hurt the way it did before. I can love you, let you be part of who I used to be. This is the way the morning Some stories don't end clean or neat, they just drift down our quiet streets. If tomorrow asks me what I've learned from every scar and every burn, I say the sun still finds a way to pour through cracks I thought would stay. I don't need every broken part to close before I trust my heart. This is the way the morning heals, softly naming what is real. I was hurt and I was scared, but now I know that I was always cared for. I can bless what had to die, I can let the future try. This is the way the morning heals, step by step and breath by taking nothing, giving rest. This is the way the morning heals. I used to wake up with a weight inside my chest, counting every moment that we lost instead of kept. Your shadow on the doorway, your coffee on the stove, all the little futures we imagined but outgrew. Now the room is quieter than it's ever been, but it doesn't feel as empty as it did back then. I open up the window, let the early colors pour, and feel the kind of kindness I was searching for. I'm not saying all the hurt is gone, just that I can stand and carry on. I'm breathing in the dark, slow and clear, letting go of everything that kept you near. I don't have to hate the way we fell apart to make a little space inside my heart. Every ray of light that finds this room shows me there is more than me and you. I'm breathing in the dawn, and I'm still here. Your name sits softly at the back edge of my mind. Not a knife, not a ghost, just a ribbon left behind. Photos on the fridge door don't cut the way they did. Now they're little constellations of the life we live. I make a cup of coffee in the mug you used to steal. Smile at how I'm learning what it means to really heal. I talk about you sometimes, but I don't lose my breath. You're a chapter in the story, not the start and not the end. I don't need the answers to the why, to watch another sunrise in the sky. I'm breathing in the dawn, slow and clear, letting go of everything that kept you near. I don't have to hate the way we fell apart to make a little space inside my heart. Every ray of light that finds this room shows me there is more than me and you. I'm breathing in the dawn, and I'm still Tomorrow ask me what I've learned from losing you. I'll say that love can be unfinished and still true. I don't need to get you back to bless what we had then. I just need the courage to let daylight in again. I'm breathing in the dawn, not afraid of all the empty spaces that our leaving made. I can thank you for the love and still move on. Both can live together in the same new song. Every piece of night that falls away makes a little room for one more day. I'm breathing in the dawn, and I am free to love the person that I'm growing into me. There are lines of morning light across the floor, drawing shapes where you once stood beside the door. Dust is dancing in the air like something new. Tiny pieces of the day I walk into. I used to chase the shadows just to feel like I was closer to what used to be real. Now I let them come and go without a fight, trusting what returns with light. I don't need the darkness gone to feel like I can carry on. These lines of morning light trace the places I survived the night. Every golden stripe on tired walls says I made it through it all. I can love you, let you fade, bless the mess that we both made. In these lines of morning light, I feel my heart turn out alright. Coffee cooling on the table by my hand, quiet music humming low like it understands. Your old sweater on the chair is growing thin, holding echoes of the life we lived within. I don't wear it just to bring you back, I wear it when I wanna be relaxed. A souvenir of how I learned to stay, even when you walked away. I don't need another try to say a gentle kind of goodbye. These lines of morning light trace the places I survived the night. Every golden stripe on tired walls says I made it through it all. I can love you, let you fade, bless the mess that we both made. In these lines of morning light, I feel my heart turn out alright. Some stories end without a final scene, they just soften into something in between. If tomorrow asks me who I've grown to be, I'll say someone who can sit with memory. Not as prison, not as chain, just a picture hanging in the frame. Oh, I don't need to tear it down to heal, I just need room for something real. These lines of morning light show the cracks that turn to white, all the places where I broke, now letting the sun slow stroke. I can thank you for the way you helped me reach another day. In these lines of a morning light, I find my own reflection bright. If the evening comes again, I remember where I've been till new lines of a morning light write my name in something bright. If the evening comes again, I'll remember where I've been till new lines of a morning light write my name in something bright. Empty streets are shining after rain, streetlights painting gold on every lane. I walk along where we used to be, but it doesn't hurt like it used to hurt me. Tire tracks fading in the distant glow, like all the plans we thought we'd know. The air is cool, my chest is light. For the first time I feel right. I thought I'd drown in all this gray, but I'm still here, I found a way. On these quiet roads after rain, I can finally breathe your name, without breaking, without falling apart. Just a softness in my heart. Every puddle holds the sky, every loss is said goodbye. On these quiet roads after rain, I'm okay inside the pain. Window signs reflect a different me, someone I was too close to see. Wipers on the passing cars keep time to all the ways I've changed my mind. I don't curse the way it had to end. You a lover, teacher, friend, somewhere between the wrong and right. We both learned how to survive. I don't need to turn back home to know I'm no longer alone. On these quiet roads after rain, I can finally breathe your name, without breaking, without falling apart. Just a softness in my heart. Every puddle holds the sky, every loss is said goodbye. On these quiet roads after rain, I'm okay inside the pain. Some storms only came to clean the air, some love only came to get me there. If tomorrow asks me what I found walking through this quiet town, I'll say the tears were not in vain. They washed me clear like summer rain. I don't need the past erased, just a kind of slower pace. On these quiet roads after rain, I can thank you for the pain, for the way it broke me open wide so the light could get inside. After rain, when all the lights turn low in this room, every corner breathes a piece of you. Not like a ghost that wants me back, more like a story I don't like. Your jacket hanging on the door doesn't know my heart no more. It's just fabric, it's just thread, not the reason tears were shed. I used to drown in what we missed. Now I just remember this. When all the lights turn low, I'm not afraid of being on my own. I can feel the ache and still feel whole. I can love you without losing control. Every shadow knows I survived the things it chose to show. When all the lights turn low, that we made still sometimes plays, but I don't skip our favorite songs these days. I let the chorus hit and let it pass, like headlights sliding on the glass. We weren't meant to last forever, that's okay. You were right for then, not for today. I tucked the best parts in my chest and let the rest just be the rest. I don't need to call your name to prove our love was not they just fade and leave a little shine. If tomorrow asks me who I've grown to be, I'll say someone who can sit with memory. Not as chains wrap around my hands, but as proof of where I learned to stand. I don't need the dark to disappear to feel there's something good in here. When all the lights turn low, I see the parts of me you helped to grow. I can bless the way we came undone without wishing we were still just one. Every shadow on the wall says I lived and I gave all. When all the lights turn low at night, I am still my own soft light. If the morning's slow to glow, I'll be fine. I already know who I am. When all the lights turn low. hold it small like every word you wrote. You said you didn't know the way to stay, but you hoped I'd find my own someday. Back then it felt like you had cut me loose, like I was nothing but a worn out use. Now I see you standing in the snow, just as lost as me, letting go. We were hurting in the same two hands, trying to hold what never had a chance. You were slowly leaving, I was slowly free. Didn't see it then, but now it's clear to me. Every mile we put between our hearts gave us room to grow in separate parts. I can miss your voice and still agree. You were slowly leaving, I was slowly free. I walked the streets where we would waste our time, sharing headphones, sharing borrowed rhymes. I used to taste goodbye in every kiss. Now I taste the sweetness that I miss. Not the drama, not the sleepless fights, just the way you made the dark feel light. I don't want you back here in this place. I just hold you with a softer grace. Love's not broken just because it ends. Sometimes freedom is the gifted sense. You were slowly leaving, I was slowly free. Didn't see it then, but now it's clear to me. Every mile we put between our hearts gave us room to grow in separate parts. I can miss your voice and still agree. You were slowly leaving, I was slowly free. Some doors close without a slam or sound, just a quiet turning all around. If tomorrow asks me who we were, I'll say you were my favorite blur. Sharp in places, soft in others, two unfinished, stubborn lovers. I don't need to rewrite history to let your name sit peacefully in me. You were slowly leaving, slowly gone. I was finding out where I belong. All the nights I thought were breaking me were only making space to breathe. I can bless the road that took you on and still feel glad that you are gone. Not from life, but from this need that kept me small when I could lead. You were slowly leaving, I am finally free. Thank you for the pat in me. Thank you for the part you had in me.